So in this episode, we're going to take a look at Friday the 13th, the game on the Nintendo Switch. Let's get started. Yes, that's right. Friday the 13th, the game came out on the Nintendo Switch today. So with all that said, we're going to go ahead and open up this bad boy and take a look. So right off the bat, this looks pretty much like any other case for Friday the 13th, the game, whether it be Xbox or PlayStation. Of course, it's in the case itself. So we're going to go ahead and open up this bad boy. Now, of course, it includes Friday the 13th, the game, plus the DLC limited edition poster, exclusively for the Nintendo Switch, which means it's not the same poster that you would have gotten with the Xbox One or PlayStation 4. Also, it comes with the clothing and costume packs and the emote pack. Now, again, I've said this before, anything that was involved in the Kickstarter backer program is not available on the Nintendo Switch. That means no Savini Jason and no clothing pack. Those are exclusively for Kickstarter, and when you got them on Kickstarter, you had to choose between either the Xbox One X or the PlayStation 4. So obviously it wouldn't be on the Nintendo Switch. Now, if you backed it on those, of course you are not going to be able to get it on here, because again, you had to choose between the Xbox One and the PS4. Now, again, you must have had backed the game. No, you do not have a right in any way, shape, or form to Savini Jason. And yes, it is 100% fair because they paid for it. What wouldn't be fair was to have them pay for it, nor would it be legal, call it exclusive, and then hand it all over to you guys. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not the way it works. So you just can't get it. And no, the things that you see on eBay now are just software crap. It is not the code like it was when the game first came out. But with all that said, damn, that kind of smells pretty good. It smells like fresh, clean plastic. It's very nice. It's smooth. You know how like the PS4 and Xbox cases, they're kind of a little rough. This is really slick. You know, I haven't dealt with a whole lot of Switch games physically, more so download. But, you know, it's pretty much the same thing. Welcome back to Crystal Lake. All that good stuff on the back, all the good stuff on the front, and on the inside, we have that nice little poster. Now, allegedly, this is a custom one just for the Switch. And yay, it's filled with creases, which means it's, well, pretty much useless if you want to put it on display. So, it's kind of cool, though, minus all the... I still feel like they could have broken this up so it only had like 4 creases in it, but no. They want to put it in sections of 4, 8, 12 times 3, 36 lines in a poster. Okay, but anyways, I mean, it looks cool. I would have liked to display it, but I'm not going to display it with these creases because it just looks like crap to me. But moving on. I don't know how they fold this damn thing up. Yeah, we'll just stick that over there for now. It's going to drive me crazy. And of course, if you purchase a Nintendo Switch or don't know what it looks like, well, this is the cartridge right there. That tiny little bad boy. Yeah, that's right, because, well, this isn't these 90s anymore. We could put lots of information on these. Actually, as much as, I think, 512 gigabytes now on one of these little bad boys. So you can get a lot on this. Now, one of the things a lot of people are unaware of, and a lot of you are aware of at the same time, is they actually make these taste bad because this way dogs don't chew on them and children don't swallow them. Yeah, so, you know, being me, let's go ahead and see what it tastes like. Oh, God. It really is fucking bad. Yo, if I was a dog, I would not fucking eat that. Ugh. Oh, fuck me. It tastes like a rotted vagina. Like maybe if like some chick died and you went and ate her vagina. Just kidding. But yeah, not really. It got still in my mouth. This is so awful. It's so bad. This is so nasty. I recommend do not taste this. Oh, I recommend trying it. And then you'll know what the hell I'm talking about. But with all that said, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the footage. We're not going to do all the things we've already done, such as, redoing virtual cabin or redoing single player mode. I find that tedious and kind of dumb considering we've already done it. So I'm not going to redo it all over again and just slap a Nintendo Switch name on it for more video exposure. There's no need for that. If you guys need help with the virtual cabin walkthrough, links to all of them are down in the description below. And of course, there will be a link to the playlist for Friday the 13th Game, which has all the help, tips, and tricks, and how you can level up the quickest on Friday the 13th Game. Yes, that's right, because I went through all the scenarios. And when I say quickest, I mean time-wise. How many points you can get in a time limit, not per game, because if you can do 5-6 games in the same amount of time that you could do a full-length game, and it adds up to more points, obviously that would be the faster way. Now, some of you really didn't comprehend that in the comment section of that video for some reason, but it made perfect sense. So, with that said, we're going to go ahead and fire up this bad boy, get the live stream set up, and we're going to play this for the first time in the live stream. And of course, by the time I come back to this video, I would have already conducted the live stream, which means let's go ahead and take a look at some of the clips from the live stream. So in the intro, we do have something a little bit new. This is the new programmer's logo. Black Tower Studio. As far as the main menu goes, everything's pretty much the same, except for you're going to see Join Friends. And all this really does is tell you when your other friends are playing the game, so you can easily come in here and select them. And of course, the reason why it's like that on the Switch is because it doesn't have the option, the same way Xbox or PS4 does, to go and actually invite your friends one by one into a room. So yes, there's no invite option. So if they want to join your game, they have to go through the Join Friends option and then come into your game. And obviously, everything's the same. Offline bots, challenges, virtual cabin. Then, of course, you have the private match, the quick play match, and the quick play can take anywhere between 30 seconds to a minute and a half, which is usually the norm on every other console. And of course, if you look in the upper right corner, it says cancel, and next to the cancel button almost looks like a D-pad. Yeah, that looks like a D-pad because it's actually the outline, just like a D-pad. Now, it took me a while to actually realize that is the plus button. Yeah, believe it or not, that's actually an addition button. So, there's a huge difference, and I think they really need to try to understand this. It looks like this is a common thing on Nintendo. They don't understand the difference between the D-pad outline and the plus button. A plus button should be solid lines and not an outline like the D-pad. It's very confusing. Now, of course, once you're actually in the game, you're going to notice this weird-ass red box at the bottom and this crazy line. Yeah, there are a lot of glitches. Now, these glitches aren't more than every other console right now, but they do make it very unplayable because there are a couple of really crazy glitches already, such as the out-of-body experience glitch. So the way I came across this was I was trying to call Tommy Jarvis. I got locked up in it the same way I would in PS4 or Xbox. However, when I got myself out of it, my body kind of roamed around, but my soul, in a sense, or camera was stuck and locked on the CB radio. And of course, the way you get yourself out of this would be to go back to the CB radio and try to call Tommy again. And that would obviously sync up the camera to the character. Yeah, that's what I said, sync up, because it becomes unsynced. Believe it or not, this game is so glitched that the camera can become unsynced from the character. There we go, that works. And of course, my favorite glitch where I get killed when I'm nowhere near Jason. This glitch actually started back when I tried to get into the car, and of course the car was shaking back and forth. Not the car literally, but the screen. The actual screen for driving the car shakes back and forth. Yeah, try to control that on these insanely oversensitive controls. So it became next to impossible to actually get away. I was trying so hard not to hit something from the shaky ass screen that I couldn't even see where Jason was. And then, of course, I got locked up in the car. I couldn't get out of it. And somehow this glitch went into effect where I got away, but yet Jason was hitting the imaginary me and taking me out. Now, of course, the graphics aren't horrendous. You have to remember this is a portable console. This is not a regular standalone console with bigger graphic cards, more hardcore processors, better motherboards. This, again, is a portable console. So if you're expecting it to be the same, think again. Now, one of the biggest differences I noticed was obviously the rain, because the graphic card is a lot less in a portable console than it would be in something like the Xbox One or PS4. So the rain is a lot less. It's actually almost non-existent. A lot of the times I'm not even getting an intro for the game. But when I do, yes, again, the graphics are a little different. The facial expressions aren't there. The details are a little less. But again, you have to remember they have to be more compressed in order to play it on this console. They can't be as large of files, and again, the graphic card isn't as big.
because the main thing about this is the portability. Another thing I really hate about this game being on the Nintendo Switch is the fact that your online name can be taken by anybody. Yes, that's right. As you can see here, mine's just Biker. And it's only 10 characters, so you can't really fill it out. You would think Nintendo would be like, hey, as many people that own consoles today, 10 characters probably isn't enough. It was probably enough when Xbox Live first came out, but it's not enough in 2019. And I could just go ahead and change my name to PewDiePie or whatever I want, and the whole room could do the same. And we could be a whole room full of PewDiePies or Bikers. It really doesn't matter. I mean, I guess in the long run, if you think about strategically, it would actually be a good move if someone like me who live streams a lot and they want to come in and stream snipe, they wouldn't actually know who was me if we were all the same character. But again, I also find that very stupid at the same time, which is why they have that stupid join friends thing, and the way you join as a friend is with this number. It's really awkward and weird, and I think Nintendo really failed on that.
So yes, there are a lot of bugs in this, and yes, there are a lot of bugs on Xbox and PS4. However, the difference is having a lot of bugs and having unplayable bugs are two different things. And in this comparison, the Xbox does have a lot of bugs, but it's still playable. Where this has bugs, not as many, but that makes it unplayable. Sorry, out-of-body experiences are unplayable. Getting killed by Jason when you're nowhere near him is unplayable. Not being able to open up the drawers because you're stuck in some lock mode, unplayable. Again, huge difference between unplayable glitches and having a lot of glitches. Now next I see some people talking about price points. And you all are saying, well, there's only $12 of DLC and this is 20 bucks. I could just get it for 30 bucks in the DLC. No. First of all, there isn't only $12 of DLC. There is $15. Yes, you round up. If something's $3.99, it's $4. The only reason they removed that penny is for psychological reasons in order to make you think it's cheaper, because most people look at the dollar amount and they ignore the cent amount. So they bring it down a penny in order to do that. It's the same thing they do at car dealerships when they say $14,999 versus $15,000. It's a mental game for, I don't mean to be a dick about this, but simplistic minds that don't understand that. And yes, the majority of people are that way, unfortunately, which is why that type of little removing of the penny works in a lot of scenarios. So the game is $20. We have $15 of DLC. That's 35 bucks plus the poster, plus being a physical copy. $40 is not insane. It's actually very accurate for the price point, especially when you compare it to when the game first came out and it was actually $10 more, regardless if it was digital or physical. So that's actually a pretty good price point in my mind. I think you all are very wrong. I think your math is horrible in this instance. And again, I think the other things that they need to work on are such as that little icon that looks like the D-pad. They need to change it so it looks like a plus symbol. Yes, they look completely different. That's 100% a D-pad outline, not an addition symbol. And again, we have some glitches that kind of ruin the game. I think the controller ruins the game. I think not being able to change the button layout ruins the game, because they're making it A is A, B is B, when reality is it should be the button layout that we're used to, regardless if it says A, B, C, D, E, F, or $2 hooker. It doesn't matter. It should still be in the same position, not the same letter. That's something they need to change as well. Also, some of the good things I think that come from this are, one, the people who don't have PS4 or Xbox One can now play it on the Nintendo Switch if that's the only console they have. Another plus, it's portable. We can now play this on a portable level, again, which is the main point of this. Of course, when they get rid of the glitches and this becomes playable, then it will be playable on the go. And I also think we could maybe make a positive out of being able to all have the same name, because technically, again, for someone like me who's a streamer, there are stream snipers who look at the stream and come in and use that to their advantage. If we're all the same name, it would royally screw them. So that's a plus too. So again, there's goods, pros, cons, all that good shit. Okay, so we went through some of the pros, some of the cons. We went through the price points. We went through some of the major issues, some of the real big glitches. Yes, I agree 100%. Again, this is just like when it came out on Xbox or PS4. The game was not ready. They jumped the gun media, no pun intended. They jumped the gun, put it out before it should have been released. Same as they did with the rest of the games when it came out on Xbox or PS4. Nothing different there. I think this is something Gun is consistently doing, and I think they need to look into this a little bit more. They need to be more prepared. Don't put out a release date and be like, oh, we can just put an update out later. That's horrible. That way of thinking is absolutely horrendous, and it's what's killing the industry. In my mind, of course, if you look at the price points, the industry's not dying by any means, so don't take it from that angle. But in my mind, I think it's one of the most horrific things in the gaming industry right now. They create a release date, they put it out no matter whether it's garbage or it's ready to go, thinking they can just put an update out later. No, you put the game out good and you add to it later. It needs to be playable. You can't make an unplayable game, and yes, at this point, in my opinion, this is unplayable due to 2 glitches. You know, those few other little issues they have in the coding, not a big deal, but those 2 major things I talked about, the out-of-body experience and getting hit when you're not anywhere near Jason, makes it unplayable. And again, I think I need to get an adapter so I can play the Xbox One X controller, because I really hate the Nintendo Switch controller. Even though it's similar, the sticks are not the same. There is a rough 1.5 second delay when you throw the knives sometimes, which is really weird also. That was a weird glitch, and that was really annoying as well. However, when I click a spot on the map to teleport, it puts me there. So there's that plus. All right, so we have pros and cons. But if you don't own the game, or you think about buying the game, don't forget to use the link down in the description below, because I get a slight percentage, and all that money goes right back into the set and into this channel. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit notifications, don't you know about kick-ass shit such as this. And also, don't forget to give away copies of Blair Witch the Game. That link is down in the description below. And also, I want to know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. Do you guys think that the glitches make it unplayable? What are some of the pros and cons you see? I want to know what you guys like and dislike about this. Also, don't forget, merch link down in the description below. Eat, sleep, / read the 4 essentials for any horror fan. Don't forget to join us in Discord, because that's where we all have a kick-ass time in there. And as always... Oh, don't forget, if you want to see some of the cool kick-ass behind-the-scenes videos, gain access to the drive-in, and a whole lot more, go ahead and click that join button down below this video and become a sponsor today. And as always, I'll see you next time. Don't you run from me. You stay right there, bitch.